been asked by some other people to talk a little bit about the colors that are being considered for the standard. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the blue color. Here's a nice little blue hen. When you're looking at a female, you're going to want to see a hackle and the head be more of a darker blue, almost a bluish black, but kind of faded. And then when it goes to the rest of the body and the wings, you should have the blue ground color. The ground color, meaning the color underneath all of the lacing, should be an even shade. Okay, it's a blue, but whether it's a little lighter or a little darker is not as important as having even color in that background. You're going to want to look for, there's part of your consistency where you can see these little feathers here are darker and they look like splotches. Those should all be trying to be the same color. You should have a good amount of strong lacing on each feather, around the edges of the feather. This bird has the lacing, but it's quite thin and not as distinct. So if you look at like an Andalusian bird, the breed, you'll see the kind of lacing a blue should actually have. Now, the actual blue color in the standard does not mention shafting. Okay, but those of us who are in the know that in the blue color, you are not supposed to have the dark color in the shafting, if at all possible. But it's really hard to make happen without getting that. I interpret that as being, if the ground color is supposed to be one even shade, then that is what is not even, is the shafting. It's not the blue that it's supposed to be. It's only the lacing that's supposed to be dark. The color on the breast really should be prominent. That's probably where most of the time you'll see the best lacing is on the breast to try and carry over. And you do have the primaries on the wing that are a little bit darker blue. That's an okay thing. So that's the basic. The ground color is usually lighter, but you want to avoid any white ground color in there. It should be a blue, but once again, as ground color, it's going to be a lighter color there. So she's not a bad specimen. Blue is a very difficult color to make happen because it is considered a party color. It's not just one color because of the different shades of blue around it. Yeah, on the blue males, as you can see, when you're looking at it from above the bird, it's a lot different than the female because you have a lot more of the bluish black on the males. That hackle should be a shiny bluish black without any lacing or any other color in it. And then they tend to cross the back and the wing bows. They tend to have more of that bluish black also. But there you get the ground color on those secondary wing feathers. And you see that is in the male. It's just on their surface, and even in the saddle, they tend to be a darker colored bird. Important, though, is once again, when you look at that breast, you're going to see the actual pattern where you've got the lacing going on. This bird has a darker brown color, but it's pretty fairly even, so that would be a plus for this bird where it is so even. It's a little dark, but you can still distinguish the nice lacing that this bird has. And he's a good example of the difference between a male and a female.